Minneapolis, Minnesota is the equivalent of Ferguson. Okay, we've already been here. The problem is that they're throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at us on this one, and they're not backing down this time. They've had their chance to soft launch all of it. They've soft launched everything.
It feels like it really feels, and my gut tells me it this is like the phase has already been rolled out, and now it there was a kink in it, so they're like, okay, we got to go extremely fast, hard, right now.
Yeah.
That's what it
Mhm.
feels like, right?
It's when Trump said Operation pretty much warp speed.
Yeah.
This is it's the whole thing. Um, I don't like to get into President Trump because I basically voted for him. I'm not ashamed of it. I loved him. I believe that he was not the Messiah because I'm not worshiping false idols and gods. I kept it true. I shared with people on stream that I had met his spiritual advisor in Yorba Linda, California, right up the road from me. When I was a cable guy, I went to a trouble call for internet, and it ended up being Trump's financial advisor on the West Coast. This is a fact. I had asked him in 2015 what would make Trump a great candidate for a president of the United States, and we had several cups of coffee. We vibed it. I was only there to pretty much plug his modem in. So I milked the job. I was
Hell
there
yeah.
for almost 2 hours,
Hell yeah, I would
right?
too. Yeah.
I got the information.
Hell yeah.
So he had mentioned, he's like, Michael, do you know that book that he always carries around? He's like, that's an old version of the King James Bible,
Wow. Shut up. The black one he
right?
held up?
Yeah.
No
So,
way.
yeah. So here's the thing though, is that I had mentioned on my stream, if you open up that Bible, it could be blank with satanic messages.
Yeah. Well,
You don't know. We don't know. He never opened it.
in the
Like,
one
dude, the spiritual advisor, I don't trust the Vatican because I don't. I found out that there's levels of Satan worship that happens 7 levels down. There's a 13 level basement in under the Vatican that they have all of this archaic symbology and history and all of these things that they've all of these relics that they've taken from different civilizations throughout the whole world. We're talking Mayan, we're talking samurai, we're talking like Indian, Hindi, like carpet riding type stuff.
all that shit that was found in
Back
World
with
War II.
Vimanas, yeah, like we're talking a lot of stuff. The Vatican is pretty much where they're saying never to look, but people are like, oh, it's Israel. Is it Israel or the Vatican? I have no idea. But what I'm saying is, when I found out that there's a level of Satan worship, when I saw the Pope and stuff like that, I started to backtrack after I voted for him. And I'm like, I need the answers, Lord. I do. Please, I need the answers. So the answers that I received inside of my heart is don't trust the Vatican. So if I can't trust the Vatican, I can't trust the spiritual advisor either.
Mm.
Okay. Now, if I were to talk about that on my stream, right when I talk about Trump, my stream gets, not now because of my rants. People used to just fucking fill my chat with like, Trump is a cuck, Trump is this, Trump is that. And I'm actually talking about, all I have to say is Trump, and I triggered everybody, right? And everybody was so quick to get triggered. They missed the message because I just said about the spiritual advisor, and they didn't even listen because they're too busy.
It's a fucking trigger word for people.
Right. So you need to be careful. Not you, not me, but as a viewer, you have to be careful in chats, because if you start getting emotional, you're going to miss the message. Then you're going to unfollow me because you missed the message. And I'm not siding with Trump. I'm not siding with a financial advisor. I am experiencing a level of enlightenment that I need as a human being on this planet to better my brothers and sisters. So what that means is if we can't trust any of these people, then we need to stay true and call them out when necessary. You know what I'm saying? Does that
Hmm.
make sense? I know that I'm kind of
No, no, no.
wishy-washy. It's it's a reaffirmation of what needs to happen. People need to listen. You were created with two ears and one mouth
Yeah.
to listen more than you speak.
Listen twice as much as you talk, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We're quick to interrupt. We're quick
Very
to
quick.
this, and it's partly the love hate relationship with the internet. It's gave everybody their own opinion at their fingertips immediately. And I don't know if it's necessarily it's what's brought us to this woke culture. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a good way right now. To kind of tie into go down the
Oh,
black hole. Go ahead.
one more thing. Not to interrupt you. Uh, I am. I want to make sure that you know that I'm very approachable because I know that you know that. Don't 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 be afraid of me. I'm just very passionate. Okay. And if I'm not saying something, not on this stream, but I'm saying to the people in the chat, if I'm not saying something that you don't, agree with, I created the Discord for you to fucking call me. You can call me anytime. You can say, hey Mike, do you got a minute? Because people do, and I'll talk to them. I had great conversations with I got to know Roud. I got to know It's Her. I got to know like a lot of people, and a lot of people like to do one-on-ones. Call me, message me, DM me, and be like, Mike, I have something that you need to look at. Don't be afraid of me, because if I have something that the chat needs to hear or listen to, this is why I'm here. I'm not here to push any agenda. I'm here because I'm searching for something that I don't know what I'm searching for, but I'm
And
searching.
we are like on the same exact level there, man. I
Yeah,
I I'm just in search of the truth and who we are as a species and who I am as a man, you know?
right.
And this is part of finding out that, and it helps to say the least. It helps to say the least. Now to kind of like tie into what you were saying like about the I guess black magic Satanism stuff. Now what made me more aware is like we can even take it back to the Bohemian Grove, okay? Why is it that famous people and people in our government go and do fake sacrifices of animals and sacrifices of children? Like we just kind of blow it off as it's like whatever, but in my opinion there's a strong belief and connection that they know is real,
Yeah,
and they're still playing to it. Like what there, it's something again our ancient ancestors knew that they know, and we are being dumbed and trying to be hidden from it.
it's a fantastic question. It's fantastic. So, oh, before I go on, what I left out for the chat is Noah said the Pope is ticked. Rock had mentioned the black pope, the white pope, and there's a gray pope. There's different popes. Um, look into. I was heavily derailed the other night. I was playing a video from the bishop. One of the archbishops had sent a letter, hand letter. I had downloaded it. Um, I will I will I'll link it in my Discord. Uh, the bishop said that we were on a uh, we're in a fight between good and evil. There are good people in the church, but they're up against a heavy controlled opposition. meaning like levels of dark entities that want to take control of the hearts and minds and souls of man for thousands of years.
I feel it within me, Mike. I
Yeah,
know my struggles. I know what I'm not supposed to do, and I don't, I'm not gonna put it all out there, but it's something we can have maybe more of a conversation off live. But I feel it, bro. Like after I uh, uh, became more aware. I don't even like to say awake. I don't even like to say woke or awake. 'Cause it's like disrespectful. We're so far from awake right now.
yeah, we're all still sleeping. You can't truly be awake. You would die. Um, you'd be dead if you were fully awake. If you chase things like DMT to open up your pineal gland, you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, and you're forcing a natural enlightenment that only comes when you're close to death. Like I've seen the other side. Like I haven't seen fully. I have mentioned some things on my streams of how I feel as though I got here. I feel as though I was in a circle of friends situation with Jesus Christ himself. And I'm not saying that in a sacrilegious way. I have a feeling that I was put here to level the playing field. And the older I get and the trials and tribulations that I've been through creates quite the picture to be painted. And me, I deserve it. Not, and that's very selfless. I deserve a spot to be heard because of what I've been through, the drug abuse, the alcoholism, the browbeating, the women issues. And I haven't had many, just two in particular. I've had two long-term situations. But before we go on to that, I want to get to that question that you had mentioned. So if you can re-ask it, and I'm sorry for
No, no,
you
no,
to
no. We basically I was like talking about Bohemian Grove is one of the we can take it back to Bohemian Grove, and it's like it's something that I still trip out to this day. Is like our famous people that we follow, people in our government, like high official people basically in our from our country, go and do fake sacrifices of animals and fake sacrifices of children. So I take it back to it's something that our ancestors know, that our government elitists know, and we are sort of becoming more aware of it. But what's really going on?
Back in the day, back in the ancient times, people used to live for hundreds of years. And people used to be on the giant line, whether or not they were fallen angels.
Nephilim.
There's stories in you know the Bible, but yet it's more along the lines of like the temple of no the Mount Hermon.
Hmm.
Uh, I'd have to be brushed up on a lot of the
So
stuff
the
because
history,
I
right,
don't want to misconstrue it.
right.
But what I will say is that people used to live for a longer period of time. Now they have found a way to actually tap into the dark entity. The devil. This is the devil's playground. We are in the land. We might be in hell, or a prerequisite to get to hell, because uh, the people that are here, it's almost like if there is a heaven, please don't misconstrue my words.
Yeah,
But
we're not preaching.
I am
We're
going I am going to speak very uh, uh, normally, because most people don't even have a belief system. So I'm speaking to the people that don't have a belief system. If there is a heaven and I came from it to help level the playing field, just say, because there's enlightened people. You're an enlightened person. Noah's Ark is I vibe with Noah. I don't know why. I
shout
don't
out
know
Noah
why.
too. I don't want to leave you out the conversation. Thank you
Yeah,
Noah for the Ninja Genie so much, bro.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But he's a dude that I don't know the dude, but I know he's with us. Like it's like it's just crazy. There's some people that are on D Live that I know them, and I don't know why. I don't know these people, but like I don't know what Noah looks like. I don't know how old he is. That's irrelevant. But I do know that he's here for us. It's like,
And he's not the only one.
right. So with that aside, there's people that are in the know that are put here to help, that were beat as kids, that didn't have a good childhood and upbringing and things like that, that that have been through, but have gone through all of this to be the man or the person that you are. It's never too late. It really isn't. um, when you're in search of the Lord or a missing void or something like that. Getting back to that question, these dark entities and energies, these people, their lineage, their bloodline, this is fact. Their bloodline runs so far back that they protect their life. It's almost like they're this hell that it's created. It's it's so massive. I wish I knew the direct answer, but my point is with transhumanism, with AI, and all of this other stuff, they want to stay here for the rest of their life.
I
They don't. They're afraid of ascension. They're afraid because they're so evil and dark. Their lineage is so evil and dark. Their DNA has been spliced or manipulated. Okay, they are trying to this place, by the way, right here, right now, this place is forever. I don't believe that there's going to be a cataclysm. I don't believe that there's going to be an asteroid that hits us and destroys the world. I do believe in resets. I do believe that, there could be a tsunami of mass proportions, a great flood, level the playing field, pretty much.
Noah's Ark
uh,
type shit.
yeah, a new age Atlantis. Like Atlantis is like under the ocean because it used to break off when it was like Pangea, and all of the continents have split up. If you guys look at the Earth, all of the
It's a
continents
puzzle
actually,
piece.
it looks like a puzzle,
It's a
doesn't
puzzle
it?
piece, bro. It trips
Okay,
me out.
so keep that in mind. Okay, now with all of these continental drifts and things that have happened over the time, it evolved.
Hmm.
It evolved into what it is right now. Now, I don't think that if the Earth gets shut off, then everybody, it's done. The ticket system is done. Like basically, you remember the movie Beetlejuice? Okay.
Say his name 3 times.
Now check this out. Now check this out. In the movie Beetlejuice, they're sitting in the waiting room.
With the ticket, right? At the end
Yes.
of the movie?
That's that's pretty much what
Pur-
we are.
Purgatory, almost.
So it's like there's a ticket system and we're waiting. Get your ticket. Be as possible to your discretion, because these people, there's a special place where they're going and they're scared shit. They don't want to go to where they know that they're going. Like,
Which
to
is why
answer
they're
your
seeking
question,
immortality.
yes, there's power when they rape, murder, and drain the blood out of
It's
children.
bad, bad energy. The adrenochrome stuff.
Yes, there's a power. It keeps them young. That is the fountain of youth, by the way. It's not a secret. When they seek this adrenochrome and when they seek the blood of the child, look at all the missing children. Like, it's amazing. They are harvesting children for death. They are trying to live forever. Have you seen what happens when people don't get their adrenochrome or their child
No,
sacrifices?
that's what
They
you have.
they reverse. They reverse. They
Is that
look
why
like a
we're seeing
totally
some of these Hollywood stars like just fucking age really quickly?
overnight. 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And they look like death.
Some of them look bad, bro.
Mm-hmm. They look like death. And what they do is they shut off their adrenochrome supply. We call it adrenochrome. But like they shut off their supply, their immortality. They shut it off because they did something and they need to be publicly shamed. And they make them look like the Crypt Keeper from Tales of the Crypt. It's a public shaming.
Is this being
I don't
injected?
know why they do it.
Is this being injected or drank or how is it rubbed? Like what?
Well, they drink the blood.
They drink it.
But yeah, as far as the adrenochrome, it's actually extracted
when the kids are they fear up the kids and they extract 100%. It from their adrenaline. Right? Basically.
Yeah, well, they extract it directly from their adrenal/pineal gland.
This is insane.
They eat it too. They eat it.
Like, how does any normal person think that's normal? Like, what? It's not.
With that said, they have found their fountain of youth. So we are on a mission to basically get you right. Like, they know that this plane of existence it's not important for you and I, but it's deathly important to them, and they're scaring the living shit out of us in the process.
Because
trying to get us to lower our vibration and come with them, because their time for harvesting is running out. Because when this plane of existence is extinct, wherever they go after, they don't have enough people. Like, it's like they don't have enough. Like, they are trying to get an army together to overthrow the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Like, I don't know if there's going to be a war, but right now, they are fucking trying to get everyone on board because they are going to go down in battle. They are not going to win.
It really feels like a shit. You believe in collective consciousness, yes?
Yes.
So, especially when these riots broke out, I was heavily feeling the stress and stuff, but even more so right now, Mike, like I say, in my gut, it feels like we are at a complete turning point, and it's good versus bad right now.
Yes.
It's so simple, but yet so scary.
They love the fear. They love it. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, all of those organizations, they are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually extracting a level of consciousness. So we'll call it the collective consciousness. They're lowering the level of vibration of the consciousness. I call it God. You know, my communication with God, which allows me to tell myself that you're a threat to me so I don't go near you or try to help you. Like, that's, I get a bad feeling about this dude. He gave me a gut feeling. I don't want to, I don't want to talk to the dude. Well, that consciousness, that connection with God, okay, they want to lower that and sever it. They want it severed. So that's what they want ultimately to do to us. That's why they instill fear. That's why I'm against Black Lives Matter, Antifa, all of these hidden organizations abroad.
It's just lowering our consciousness.
It's lowering it down to the point where there's a war on Earth. They love civil unrest. They love blood. They love death.
Because whatever this dark energy is feeding off of this crap right now.
Yes, and they're paying homage to it. They're paying homage to whether it's Moloch or whether it's Baphomet or whether it's I don't give a fuck what you call it, because those people are not Satan. They're not Lucifer. They're basically their version of the Grim Reaper to La Muerte in Mexico. It's like the Grim Reaper has come collecting people but they are paying homage instead of the Grim Reaper. It's Baphomet or Moloch or whoever they want. That's the gatekeeper. That's the dude with the scythe. You know what I'm saying? They're giving up their snatched souls in fear and feeding him, and he's like opening the door to fucking hell. And then you start seeing Lucifer, and
But they think it's enlightened. It's
they
enlightening.
love it. They love it. So if you want to play that side, if you guys think you're not going to see Satan and Lucifer, well, they're the same thing in my beliefs.
Hmm.
All they're seeing is symbolism, the six-pointed star and the five-pointed pentagram and things like that. These ancient they
Symbols.
call it well, they call it sacred geometry.
Hmm.
So sacred geometry is basically how they align everything uh, and get their jollies off, and it's like a portal every time that they open it up. Like when they're doing their flashing their symbols and stuff, it's a way for
Them to
you to fall victim to
it's a
hypnosis.
Crow put it really well. Crow Radio 777 Radio. It's a coup de matin. They play this game where they put it in a movie, they put it in a commercial, they maybe set a bunch of stuff up in somebody's death, right? And it's a way for them to get around to say, okay, we've told you, but you stupid monkeys were too dumb to realize it, so we're gonna keep doing it. But we showed you in a movie, we showed you in this person's death, so we told you we were gonna do it. But people like me and you are here to say, no, you didn't tell me. You didn't.
Right.
We have to have a meeting of the minds. It's a meeting of the minds to agree upon it. And I'm done. I didn't agree to any of this.
I believe that we were put here to level the playing field, and I will see you later. Like I will be hugging you in a place where we're going to be rallied, and we will be we will all be there together. And I'm 100%. I know this for a fact. So there is a place that we're going to go, and we will be rewarded for our things that we've been doing here. If you don't think for a second that 41 people in your chat right now aren't being saved, because they are. Like, I might have double the numbers, it doesn't mean anything. All it means is that we're here to create something, and it's not for us. It's to let people, it's for people to pass the time, because these people could be doing very dark stuff on the internet, and they're
Hmm.
not, thank God. But we're patiently waiting, we're gathering, and it's not for us, it's for the betterment of humanity. I know it for a fact. um it's not that I feel it, I know it. Like, how do you explain what you know? You can't. I just know it. Like, it's crazy, because I almost cried. I don't know if you could tell, but I had to kind of like catch myself. There's a place that we go, you know. I don't know what the place looks like, but these people that are not waking up, they're not going to where we're going.
They're suffering, bro. But
They're not going.
it's very inspirational, man, because
And that's extremely scary, cuz the heart infection that I had in '07 over strep throat, when I died for 3 minutes, when I died and I outer bodily saw me on the table, and I was floating above, and and I was in this tunnel, but you can't see the edge, but you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You start to have a conversation with God. When you're having a conversation with God, it's like you don't hear him. The immediately, when I was in the tunnel, I started praying. Immediately. Immediately.
Because you know.
You know it. When you get detached from this body, this vessel, when you get detached from it, it becomes very real. I don't give a fuck about my body while I try to treat it halfway decent. I don't do drugs. I barely drink. I slip up every now and again. I'm only human. I call it a mental reset, but I mean, I'm doing very well. I'm night and day. I used to drink everything away because I was in so much pain because I thought that humans were a lost cause. You know, I would drink and do drugs over the fact that I didn't want to be here anymore. I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to die.
Is more for me. I mean, I was the same way. Is more like, and I think you can maybe relate too. You're just in search of something else. You're drowning it in drugs and alcohol because you're just in
Yes.
search of this different mindset that you know.
You you want things to be easy, but life isn't
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. You want it to be easy.
And don't ever take life for granted, but try to abide your time accordingly because every second changes everything in this life. Like every second that I wake up, I might not be the best boyfriend or husband or anything, but I do know that I'm working for a better world. I do know that. And I'm extremely selfless. Um, but like that's not to be confused. That's my job. That's your job. Your job is to bring people to corral people in such a way where you can show people a different side of what somebody might deem controversial or in a non-agreement with.
And simply have a conversation about it instead of just putting it and saying you're not allowed to talk about it.
Right.
Well, Mike, I've taken a lot of your time. I don't want to take too much more, but I think I'll end you.
Oh, you're good.
I'll end you asking you this, man.
I hope that I touched because we can always have a part 2 and 3.
We should. I should maybe come your way next time because you have a panel. Well, okay. One thing I actually have to touch on before I end with you on this, not to backtrack a little bit, but the whole big tech censorship thing, right? I I actually somebody on one of your panels said it, and I'm not sure who it was. Maybe you could remember. He's kind of like he has like long hair. He's sort of like a I don't want to say like hippie-ish dude, but more of like a I forget who it was. But anyways, he was on one of your panels and he was talking about the early days of the internet, and the reason we've gotten to where we're at right now is because basically we got lazy in the early days, and we, instead of getting our own server to provide our own website, we let companies like Twitter, YouTube, whatever, Google do the hard work for us, right? And so we've conformed, and now it's gotten us to where we're at right now. Do you think we need to maybe go back to something like that? And that's what attracted me to DLive, was to be able to build at least an audience to maybe transition that to our own type of thing, because I fear that if it's going to come here too, man. I mean, we're already starting to see it here. And I'm only new to this, and I don't want to have to be able to I don't even want to have to think about what being a prisoner of my own mind. I don't want to
Mhm.
have to worry about what I'm talking about because I'm gonna get X tagged or blocked or whatever. I just want to be able to have a conversation.
Yes.
Did we get
So
did we get too
yes.
lazy in the early days too?
Um, it's kind of a tough question because I come at life in a total different way. It's like instead of saying lazy, we could say complacent.
Complacent.
We got you know I'm not ripping apart your words
No.
because it could be somebody else's words, but I'm not trying to be literal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take apart. Uh, People want the easy way out. They're trying to hit the easy button. Okay, like the Staples commercial or the little trinket that you can have to your desk and hit the easy button. There is no easy button. Now, they created this. They created this. Like whether it's government or powers that be, whatever you want to call it, mainstream media created this. They created a world where they want a bunch of Bill Gates running around. Bill Gates is an advocate for not going to school and educating yourself. He's an advocate. These people love sharing to kids that I didn't go to college, I'm a dropout, I'm a this, I'm a that, and they advocate it and they fucking smile. They don't want a nation of uh,
Thinkers.
free thinkers or people that are um, college bound. College is up to you. I'm not I would tell my kids you're either going to pick up a trade or you're going to go to college or you're going to go in the service if you want to. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to back you as long as it's productive and you believe in what you're signing up to or whatever. I'm not going to sit there and break them down and be like, or treat my child and instill the things that I didn't do because I was too lazy. That's when I'm going to use the word lazy. So when you try to instill values and try to mold your children into the person that you wish you could have been, that's pathetic. That's fucking pathetic.
Mm.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry to say that in that way, but it is because that's very selfish. A child
And we see it a
in the
lot.
way,
We see it a lot.
yes. And this is my answer to your question. It starts with the youth. So over time, the parents have pretty much created this lawless my kid can do anything he wants. If he wants to sit there and play video games and fuck everything that walks, like that's that's his prerogative. You can't touch my son. My son, my son, my son. That's all I hear. But this woman ran the father out. The fathers are so important,
Yeah,
ChaMoney.
I know, man.
Bro, that's why I vibe with Jesse Lee Peterson.
Why?
God bless him because he's a father advocate. Like he's a strong male role model advocate. Like that dude is heaven sent. He's rough, but it's all love with the guy.
It really
And
is.
he's stating facts.
Because it
Now
goes
with that,
back. It starts with the family.
it starts with the family. So if you let society break the family down, which they did a great job and they won, they did win. They did. So we lost the children, you know, we did. And not we, because it is what it is. I'm a product of a broken marriage because my ex-wife wanted a simpler life. She didn't like struggle. It's the struggle that makes the man because the man is going to work 10 times harder when he figures himself out.
Hmm.
And when I did, it was too late. She couldn't wait. And guess what? It got ruined in less than 1 year. That's all it took. 1 year. She couldn't wait 1 year. That's fucking outrageous. I was only married for 2 years. I was with her for 5. So I was with her for 7. So I was with her for 5 and then married for 2. Then when the house with the white picket fence was bought, I even zoned my breezeway and garage for a computer business. And it was too late. She didn't believe in me. And this world that we live in is broken and shattered by a bunch of fucking retards on Instagram thinking that they're models. Now, men, on the other hand, there's a flip side of the coin. The man is a byproduct of not having a father figure. They're out there sowing their oats and doing everything and looking at women as sex objects. It's the father. Okay. So that's a problem. So having the dad get run off over time has put us in a situation where it's the damage is so to answer your question, I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know. But what I can say is that we can try, because organizations like the Big Brother and Big Sister organization, programs and special, things that you can do for children and people that are having a hard time, or not bullying people is a good start. How about we stop bullying people? How about people stop questioning, in chat rooms, or putting people on blast on social media? That's a good start, because the pain that you feel from a broken home, you take it for the rest of your life. You will take that baggage, that emotional baggage, and not let it go. And you're going to make the whole world hurt. And it's going to just never be the same. I am not attacking women. I am not attacking men. If there's anybody out there in the chat, because I haven't been looking at the chat, and I apologize.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, guys. I've just been trying to pay attention to Mike.
Oh no, this is a different story, because they're seeing a different side of me. I love people. It's society, mainstream media, idols, false idols. We were warned in the Bible. Thou shalt not bear witness to false idols and false gods and prophets. And they told us in the Bible, whether people believe in the Bible or not, just try to find some kind of salvation and refuge somewhere. They told us and warned us. Like when people are praying to Kim Kardashian, being like, oh my God, I can't believe Kylie fucking didn't get that boob job. And it's like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
We've fallen so far from grace, bro.
This is where we're at. They're when I woke up to mainstream music, dude, Joyner Lucas was one of my favorite rappers from Worcester, Massachusetts. He's more new age.
I remember Joyner.
I know
Joyner.
I shut him down after I found out that he was Will Smith's puppet. Will Smith is his handler. Will Smith is Joyner Lucas's Illuminati handler.
You think so? Really?
Oh yeah, it's 100%. It's so disgusting too. It's so disgusting because Joyner Lucas is following in the footsteps of Will Smith with Joyner has a son, and he's treating his son just like Jaden. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. I used to love Eminem. He's trash.
I was a big.
He
Eminem
might be the
fan.
he might be the greatest rapper of all time, hands down, because he is. They're undeniable. On paper, linguistically, he was the first one to master the triple entendre. You can't fucking beat Eminem. It's like Mike Tyson. It's like Mike Tyson is my favorite boxer of all time. Was there more, better men? Absolutely. Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, people that were like great family men. Great. They didn't beat women, but Mike Tyson, he had the fire. He had the he had the fight. He had the he was raw. I like raw, you know. So with that, I look at life in a raw sense. I look at life, where's the root of the problem? Why are we in this, you know, problematic error? Uh it starts with the family, and we don't have any anymore. We live in a world where gangs in the late 80s, early 90s, children were leaving their family over a dispute to join a gang. They didn't come home. Uh, they were seeking outside of the home, brother. They were looking for their salvation outside of the home. It starts inside the home. If your home is broken, the world will be broken. So everybody has a family. So if your family is broken, the world will be broken. It's very simple, because you have a mother and a father. Hopefully they're still, I don't mean to bring up parents, but like, I have parents. So like we're all, created upon something. There was a foundation. And when it breaks, listen, if it's not a gang, they go to prison. They get into the Aryan Brotherhood. They get into the Latin Kings. They get into the Bloods, the Crips, the MS-13. They
Has it,
look for a
is it a
new
war on
home.
the family?
It's a war on the family. They don't want families, bro. That's my ultimate answer right now is, when the family is broken, the world will be broken. They broke the home. Shame on the mainstream media.
It almost feels like, I mean, it's an outside force, man, working to just break this country. And then what I fear too, to kind of transition it, is America. We're always looked at as the best country ever, or the greatest country in the world, and we're sort of at wits ends with each other right now. We're literally fighting fighting each other over the pettiest crap.
Bro, we had it in the 50s.
I we were yeah.
Had it. Beautiful home lives. You know, dad waking up, getting the newspaper, bringing it in. The wife's making them coffee and breakfast. The kids are like, smiling, having their cereal. The dad's watching the news, reading the newspaper. He goes off to work. The mother, either walks the kids up to school and watches them ride the bikes. The mothers were all about the children. It was a beautiful time. It really was. The mother could just sit there, get involved in a sewing circle or a Tupperware party, but she was with the kids. The kids never left the mother's side, really. But I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. It was that was when family was family still.
We had it. They saw it and they broke it.
Mm. Mm. You, I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It really feels. Oh, to transition now that we're such at wits ends with each other right now, right? We've fallen so far from grace. And as every week as I do my show, trying to kind of dig on current events, right, and reading the news, I'm noticing this huge tension building with China, bro. Huge tension. And it almost feels like they dip their hands everywhere in the pot, and then especially here, and we started conforming. This is just my opinion, they started to get into Hollywood, right? Get into our sports, get in as deep as they could.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like they're they're playing a part of what's going on. And now what I fear, and I guess my question for you is, do you think we're going to go to war with them? And if we do, we are almost at our weakest point. It would be very easy for them to come in and just start slaying, right?
Yes. So, to speak frankly, uh, I come from a military family. I
Okay.
signed up for the military in 99. I lied about hernia operations and I was almost caught on perjury charges. That was the love for my country.
Damn.
You know, that was the love for my country. And they're like, you know damn well that you lied on your application
Ooh.
saying that you had no pre-existing conditions of surgeries. And I was like, surgeries? I'm like, I was a flesh wound. You know, I stubbed my toe. And they're like, no, you can't hold a 200-pound backpack in the uh, lands of Afghanistan. And I'm like, watch me. And they're like, no, kid, you don't get it. You can't seek medical attention when you have pre-existing conditions such as those. And I'm like, put me in the game, team. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was, and then my buddies went to Afghanistan, and right after 9/11, I lost two of my buddies, and my buddy Nick that came home ended up, you know, mentally the PTSD was. I was meant to not go in, and it sucks though because I wanted to go in so bad.
Damn.
I would have been a fucking great soldier.
Well,
You know?
something was calling you else. Something else
Yes.
was your calling.
Right. I wouldn't be here talking at this level of spirituality. I wouldn't. I'd be broken.
Mhm.
Before I say that, that's a precursor because people are like, oh, he doesn't know shit about, you know, the world or whatever. Okay. Riddle me this. The CCP is rampant. They already have the families broken. They already have everybody on edge with fear. They welded doors shut to keep people from speaking out against COVID-19. Hong Kong, breaking news. The dude over in UK, I mentioned it last night on the stream, Boris, the Prime Minister of the UK, extended his invitation to 3 million Hong Kong residents to get their asses in the UK right now. Why? Why? Hong Kong protesting is going against the grain of the CCP.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to annihilate Hong Kong, which is going to bring us into the war.
Oh my!
Okay, so this is.
You heard it here
This is
first
easy.
on ChaMoney and DefMike Live.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I don't care what the news is telling you. I don't get my news from anyone. I get it from inside here. If we go to war, it's going to be multifaceted. It's going to be what the powers that be want because they want the China model. Period. I don't give a shit about import, export. I don't care about any of this because I don't. They will put all of their eggs in the Chinese basket because they need China. They need it and they want it. They don't care about America. America's a thorn in the New World Order's side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You are hearing it first. Remember the Mercy ship that we saw? You and I, like when we had a fucking blast in San Diego, the Mercy ship that you were fucking doing ollies and kickflips. And I'm like, and I loved it. I had such a good time. We have to get together.
We got to do it again, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Dude, I'm having you up here for a barbecue. 420 Harley has a invitation. Bear for all seasons. Everybody in California that's listening in, you guys can come over. We're going to have a barbecue. I want to set this up with you.
Okay. Let's do it.
And we'll have a barbecue, some beers, bring the weed.
We'll do a meetup.
Anything that you guys want.
We'll do a meetup, yeah.
And I want you guys to have fun here. And stay the night if you have to or whatever. Basically what I'm saying is these times are extremely tough. Like instead of being victims to not victors because we're victors, we're being victims to the mental enslavement to not see what the other hand is doing. While everybody's scared of Black Lives Matter, Antifa, defunding of cops and everything, guess what? It's pulling everyone away. And it's very easy for China to show up at our doorstep when there's civil unrest and there's no fucking cops. All right. And everybody's disarmed because they said having a gun wasn't cool.
Was
It
bad.
wasn't trendy.
It was a bad
It's
thing.
bad. You're a bad person. Motherfucker, if we get invaded tomorrow on the West Coast, we are fucked.
We're done.
We're the front lines. And guess what? China has a nice strip from Seattle because Seattle fell. Portland, Oregon fell. Los Angeles, it's mostly fucking Chinese anyway. You basically have that whole channel. We gave it to China, baby. We gave it to China. Shame on these people. Democrat, Seattle. Democrat, Oregon. Democrat, California. We gave this land to China. Okay? Now, with that aside, strategically, because I'm a very strategic person, I love George Patton. I love, how strategic in history. I love history. If they're listening in right now, if the Chinese are listening in right now, they already know that we gave them the West Coast. Watch Hong Kong. If Hong Kong becomes the new Tibet, because they fucking ethnically cleansed China, the CCP ethnically cleansed the Tibetan monks for land purposes and opposition of religious beliefs. They don't want religion. They want what the CCP wants. They're the model. Social score, technology, new wave transhumanism and AI. The Mercy ship that we saw in San Diego is at sea right now. My family member, who's a Marine, got deployed 3 weeks ago. Don't know where he is. Can't tell. I know a lot of deployments that had happened in the past couple weeks. I don't talk about it because I don't. I respect our military enough to not put forth any information onto the internet because I won't. Even if I did know, because I don't. But if I did, I wouldn't share that I'd share it offline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sharing that online. No way.
No.
I believe that we need to be on our toes because North Korea is throwing stones at the glass houses.
Which is what I'm going to ask you next was what's your opinions on North Korea? Where do they sit in all this?
North Korea is to take our military to its knees so China can just sweep up the mess. That's it. Period. That's it.
Expect the worst, hope for the best?
No one can prove me wrong. That's the beauty of DefMike. Is because once I sink my teeth into it, I got it.
You know it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's unfortunate, but I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that we need to push change. So we need to push change. If we push change in the United States of America, break down the walls of yeah, thank you, Purpa. That makes sense. I've never heard that before, DefMike. You're going to hear it first on a lot of the streams. Rockin' America, I love you like a brother, man. I really do. Rockin' America served. Love you like a brother. He loves me. There's something that these people draw with me is because we need to break the walls down of Black Lives Matter and all of these groups because they're all fake. They don't care about black people. All they want is civil unrest. So they take our guns and they can hand the keys over to China because they sold us out. They sold us out.
why can't people see the bigger picture? Like, why can't these kids out here see that they're pawns? That's all I see.
I don't know. While everybody is screaming in my chat, it's the Jews, it's the Jews, it's the this, it's the that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck who it is. But all I know is if we don't get our shit straight, we are not going to win
We're
this.
fucked.
I don't care about the Jews. Hey, the difference between us and them is we have the amendments to overthrow these motherfuckers because this is beyond tyrannical. We should be armed up and we should be marching in the fucking streets armed to the teeth,
Mm-hmm.
being like, guys, all I want, this rifle is not to scare you or your family. All I want is our country back. That's it. Fire off a couple warning shots and be like, we are ready. Guys, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. We threw the redcoats out. They used to take people off the streets, tar and feather them, burn their fucking skin off and feather them. And the fucking redcoats who were brought by from the king and queen of England to destroy us. That's why they call it New England. New England. New York. Yorkshire County. New York. They want our country. We kicked them out. Okay? We kicked them out. I do have bloodline that runs back to that time, but it's just not that, it's not that much. That's why I don't talk about it. You know, I'm more German Irish than, you know, indigenous, you know, Eastern European, Spanish, American, you know, because it was like more Spanish, Spain type blood that I have. That's kind of the 25% that came up in the, I didn't take the genome test or whatever the fuck it is, the DNA
Fuck
test.
no.
But the thing was I did my family tree and I just couldn't find too much in it. So what I'm saying is we have it in us as Americans. Guys, America was great, is great, and will always be great until you sell us out, motherfucker. Don't sell us out. You're selling us out. So if you guys want China as the model, oh my God.
That is deathly ill scary. But you hit it on the head though. It's the exact model they want because you just got a clone as a person to and do whatever you want, whatever the government says, whatever we say, you'll do, you little drone.
Yeah.
Scary.
It's what I have to talk about now. Why are we parked off the coast of Japan? God bless the fact that we have Japan. We have a bunch of gung-ho samurai motherfuckers ready to rock and roll and rip the shit up. Okay? The Japanese need a pat on the fucking back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though they striked us in Pearl Harbor
Mm-hmm.
and broke a lot of hearts of people,
I think they
man,
learned their lesson. They definitely learned their lesson.
We need all the help that we can get. And I really do think that, you know, if things don't change, I don't care if I die, bro. I really don't. But just like a lot of people in my streams have said, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. And this is
the time. This is the time more than ever right now, right?
Yeah, this is extremely powerful content, and I am down for a part 2.
Yeah, okay, for sure. I am too. 'Cause we're already 3 hours deep. All right, I'll end you with two last questions. One, I seen your ass looking at land in Indiana on a creek. Like, bro, you're looking at 25 acres of land for like 50 G's. Can your boy get a piece?
Well, we're looking in Idaho.
Yeah, that's right. Idaho. I'm sorry, Idaho.
The homeboy end times.
Right. He's out, dude. He's out. He's in the Mecca. He's right next to Chaz, man.
Yeah. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to put forth we're trying to present an idea to the population and put forth into the existence of potentially creating a community that everybody's welcome and there's no racism. It's more heaven on earth. But it's an idea that could become a reality if we look into. I'm a slow roll, meaning live fast, drive slow. I used to drive fast, live fast. And I'm just like, I want to I want to relax. I want to go 35, 40 miles an hour. I don't want to I want to observe my surroundings. I'm 40 years old. I am selfless. I don't give a shit really if I don't get there. If God is allowing me to do what I'm supposed to do, whatever it is, and that's communication with people, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to help people. And I am not rich. I am pretty broke, but I am making moves to better my life for everybody else.
Hmm.
And yes, you can come. Like, the
Yes.
problem with getting land is that there's prerequisites. You can't zone it for like a shit ton of houses. You can't break it up. Uh, it's hard to find land that you can zone. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So
out
you're
of the
saying
50,
you can't just go buy a piece of land and then parcel it out. You cannot do that.
you're better off buying the land that's a parcel and then buying the parcels. Does that make sense? So instead of buying the 100 acres, you're better off buying the acre on a parcel with agreement to buy more.
Mm.
It's like
1 or 2 acres at a time or whatever.
it's very, very extremely difficult. That's why nobody's doing it. It's
Hmm.
very hard to do. Because if it's not hard, then why haven't people already done it?
Right.
And it's engineered and designed this way because they don't want you to create communes. They don't want it. I don't give a fuck what state it is. After they slap Utah with the anti-polygamy shit, don't think that throughout our history in the United States of America, they haven't seen the writing on the wall. They have seen groups that claimed for religious purposes that they were trying to create a commune and basically instilled new laws into the land that fucked it up for people like us. This
Because
is all by design.
they were basically creating cults almost.
Yes. And they took them down. They threw the feds in there. Like, they this is all by design, guys. That's why it hasn't been done. But where there's a will, there's a way. And don't ever tell I'm like fucking General Custer. Like, don't tell me that
I
I can't,
can't. Don't
you
tell
know,
me I
fucking
can't
fight.
do it.
Right.
It's more
So,
inspiration to prove you wrong. It's where
yes,
I
like,
sit with it.
yeah, that's why I've been the people that do know me, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones in the chat, the ones that you see me vibe with, the ones that you see in my Discord with, the people that actually love me or like me as a person know where my heart's at. And they're like, if this dude's ready to ride, like, I'm with them because we need to stick together. I'm not saying we need to live together. We need to put the message out there so that you have hope. Guys, if you don't have hope, what's it worth? What? Like, I'm supposed to say that I'm going to roll over and die for the New World Order? No, there's no way. I can't do that. But at the same time, it's in God's will to put me in a position to either fight or gather or whatever. So I'm not doing it for me.
Mm-mm.
I'm doing it for whatever I'm supposed to do. If I'm supposed to do it, if I hit a fucking million, 100 million on the Powerball tonight, which I never play, I don't play the lottery, but if I did, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna buy a fucking state. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy an island and I'll arm it. And I'll have fucking rocket launchers and shit. And
Yes.
people were gonna be uh
Yes.
people were gonna fucking come vibe with me.
Fuck yeah.
You
And
know?
nobody's gonna mess with you either.
Yeah. And if the whole existence decides to resort to cannibalism and destroy itself, well, at least we didn't say that we didn't try.
We try.
You know?
All right, brother. 3 hours deep. I'll end you with this question.
Yeah.
What truly inspires you, Mike, to do what you do, man?
Uh
And I mean, it's a lot of what we talk about this whole time, but at the root of it, you know?
knowing the devil exists. That inspires me. I would take that motherfucker's head and smash it, dude. I would, if you could give me the devil in physical form,
Mm.
I would I would fuck it up so bad, it would look like it got stung by 1,000 bees. I would, I would, I would basically tear its heart out of its chest, and it would be on prime time. That's what drives me. So I hope that's a good answer. What drives me is the fact that I know that the devil exists.
To fight against evil.
Yeah.
To fight against
it's
evil.
getting back to that premonition of possibly being in a heavenly place, sitting around the finest of soldiers, meaning archangels. Because I believe, I'm not saying I'm an archangel, I'm saying I have reason to believe that people are sent. It could have just been a dream, that's all. And it's a dream that was put into my mind. I have no idea. I can't give you the answer. I don't know. Okay. But what I can say is that I feel it, and you can never take that away from me. It actually occurred in one of my weak points that I was instilled with that I can actually go for. There's a beautiful created by several different artists. I think Michelangelo did one of them. Saint Michael stepping on Satan's head and about to drive a sword right through his heart. That's me. I was named after Saint Michael the Archangel. I don't have a middle name.
No such thing as coincidence, bro.
My mom wanted my name to be as pure as possible. She just wanted to name me Michael. That's it. It's not because it was a trendy name. It was because of Saint Michael the Archangel. That's a true story. And if I had her on the phone right now, I'd be like, Ma, why'd you name me? She'd be like, why are you asking me? Ma, why'd you name me? Saint Michael the Archangel.
Damn, DefMike.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, the man behind the mic, bro. I
Yeah.
can't, brother. I can't thank you enough. I think we're gonna have to do this again. Yeah.
Oh, dude, fucking part 2.
Let's do part 2,
Dude,
man.
I don't think that we have enough time to talk. So it's like you call my name and I'll be there.
Heck yeah, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I know you've
That's what I'm
been.
there for.
I know you've been struggling these last couple nights, and not when I say struggling, I don't mean like with your stream. I just know like it seems like struggling to put the words together to truly say how you feel about this crap, man. So I just encourage you, and I hope you don't quit or anything. I don't want to see you get too sucked in. So
I appreciate it. A couple times I want to hit the delete button because I'm fucking sick and tired of this. My opposition is the people I can't see. Check this out. I'll leave you with this. Why does it bother me so much? Because it's coming from the person that I fucking hate with a passion. I hate this motherfucker. I hate him to the. I will go if I have to go into hell itself. I will fuck that motherfucker up. If I am in angelic form, I will go for him. I will fly to the depths of hell and battle it out with this motherfucker, but I need to have my wings. I need to have my sword, and I need to have my shield. And I need to be suited with the full armor of God to do so. That's why you see him suited up.
dude,
Saint Michael is nobody to fuck with.
you give me goosebumps,
right?
bro.
Yes, he's nobody to fuck with. All right? We have 4 angels that are protecting this earth right now. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and I'm drawing a blank. These angels protect the space, and Michael is the dude. He's the one that doesn't take shit from no one. If there's a job that needs to be done, they send in Michael. I am cut from his cloth. And if he exists or doesn't, we are instilled with a droplet of his blood. Where I come from a place that fucking wants to destroy and decapitate evil. You know what I'm saying? With that said, when people come into my chat, you ever seen the movie Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember when there was a part when the dude got cut by the window that fell? Then those little dark entities started swirling around him, and they took his fucking soul and they ran away with it down to the bowels of hell. Remember that?
Yeah.
Those shadow figures are the trolls, and those trolls will never show their face. They hide behind an avatar, they hide behind a screen name, and I see them. Because in reality, I will break them in half. That's why I get powered up, because these people are sent by the man himself down wherever he resides in his kingdom. It could be Earth. And he sends these people after me. And it's so apparent because all my homies in the chat right now, they know how they come out. I believe even Joni Hemp knows. Hemp's been with me for a while. Gonged is a new girl that's with us. God bless her. She doesn't take shit from no one. You know what I'm saying? These people see these evil motherfuckers coming for me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so weird because the way that they come for me with the all caps, they fucking strike me. They're drawing blood. You know what I'm saying? And it's so different when they come for me than anyone on this planet. You know, it's so different. It's actually magical. You know, it's different. And they've been coming harder, and it's I don't think that
What's the word? What's the? I'm terrible at this, but I guess it's like it's from the Bible. And it's like we will be strike down upon and looked like, we're gonna have to go through struggle for speaking the truth. Basically, is what like the verse said.
I call it I call it the trials and tribulations of a man. People will say that, oh, we're not in the tribulation. Oh, we're not in the this. Oh, we're not in the that. But guess what? I don't manipulate the Bible in a way where it's groupthink or group talk. I take the Bible the way that I take it. We are in the trials and tribulations of man. This is my tribulation. I believe, like wholeheartedly, that I am in a place where every man, woman, and soul on this planet goes through their own trials and tribulations to define who they are. I don't think that we're going to. I'm not going to talk about the rapture like born again Christianity or religious things or whatever. I'm telling you that I'm going to die someday, and I'll say it personally. I will die someday, and I don't think that the rapture's coming. I think that this shit is just going to come to an end. I don't think that they're playing games. I don't think that when you die, you're sitting there sleeping, because I died. I died, and I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't. I was floating toward a light, talking in an everlasting, warm consciousness, serene, to the point where the harmony was like angels singing, but it was like you couldn't hear it. You could feel it. You don't talk through your ears
It's not
in
word.
in
It's
and
not
mouth.
words, it's feelings, man.
It's all, you feel it. Okay, you don't talk, you feel, and you speak through your feelings. That's why they say open your heart. That's why they say speak through your heart. Your heart is the key. It is. Uh, so with that said, I don't give a shit about any religious group on this planet. Okay, all I care about is the book, the word, the way I see it, and I don't shove it down anybody's throat. But I will say, like, I will bow down to no man, and no man will bow to me either. Because if somebody ever did bow to me, I would pick them up off their knees and I would say, like, get a grip of yourself, because I am no more powerful than you are.
Don't worship me, fight with me.
Yes, never worship a false god, a uh, potential prophet. You'll get in trouble. We need to band together, because wherever we come from, we need to return in the same way that we came. You know what I'm saying? We need to return to wherever, because this, we might come back. And I'm not talking about reincarnation. I'm talking about when the Lord puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I have a job for you. You don't turn him down. You know what I'm saying? You don't turn him down. So check this out. This is going to be for the next one. I'm not going to leave you with this. I'm just going to let you know. Much love, Philosopher.
Yeah, yo, philosopher. Hey,
I dude's a beast.
dang, thanks for the ninja philosopher and the diamonds herd ball. Really appreciate you, everyone, for tuning in the party in the chat. Sorry I haven't been paying too much attention, but Mike's getting real today. The man behind the mic, to say the least, man.
Everything that I'm talking about with you, I don't talk about on my stream.
I know, dude, I really appreciate it, and I hope some of my questions could help dig into your brain.
Oh,
too,
dude, I love you like a brother.
Yeah.
So, I really do love you like a brother.
I same, bro. It goes both ways. After meeting you that day, dude, I knew we were gonna be homies for life. I hope.
Yeah, 100%. And there's nothing that's going to change that. Not this racial division. Dude, anybody that tells me that I can't love someone that's not the same color as me, they can go fuck themselves. Like, you can't do that to me. No, you can't.
You're not gonna put me in a box. Don't put me in
No
a
way.
fucking box, man.
Don't do it. I'm gonna claw myself out. What I will say is we are here, brother, to let people know that this is not okay. This place that we're in is sacred. It's like this sacred land, and it's this sacred place where we can feel and see and speak and eat and have these delicious multicultural foods. I mean, how delicious is a fucking mahi fish taco in SoCal? You know? Or pasta at the north end of Boston or Federal Hill, Rhode Island? Or how amazing is life? How amazing is life to be able to touch, see, and taste the creation of God? Okay? Now, with that said,
Perfection.
right? With that said, why is it okay? This is for the next one. Why is it okay for people to fuck with DNA and create life like God? Where is the soul coming from, my friend? How does that soul enter the body that was genetically modified to be smashed here? That's I got that shit on lock. I won't talk about it on my stream because, like, not because I don't want to talk about it, but it's like I will save that one in this style of conversation with you, because they are fucking with something that the repercussions for are irreparable.
Mm. Now that's
They
perfect.
are making God, and they think that this is okay. They are making God put a soul into a body that they created in a test tube and think that it's going to not damage the world. This is not okay. This is why we fight.
Well, I
You know,
guess
this is it.
I'll end with the asking the chat then too, because it'll be perfect pickup next time. Is you think it's okay for humans to play God like that?
Absolutely not. I think that people are choosing their wrong battles. I think that in order for us to win, we need to know who the bully is. That's why I was always about knowing my enemy. But when I searched closer and closer, what can we do about it? Guys, we were placed in the greatest country in the whole world. We have the Constitution. I don't give a fuck what anybody says saying that, well, this law was redacted because of this reason. Bullshit. That's a lie. And you know it. That's a lie. You can't tell me that I don't have the right to bear arms. Like Ted Nugent said last night. He's like, that's my fucking right. I don't give a fuck what it says. That's his words. He said the exact thing. I don't need a piece of paper to tell me that I have the right to bear arms, because this is why our country was created. Our country was created, my friend, for this war. And if we don't call to arms, we will die. You know what I'm saying? Our fight.
You a gun owner?
Yes.
Good. Good.
It's the rifles and armament I had when I was in Massachusetts was not accepted or acceptable to the state of California.
Of course.
My rifles that I had, like my Norenko AK-47, pre-band 30 clip in a 200 round drum, two 200 round drums, pre-band. It was a semi-automatic, 7.62 rifle. We can't even have a fucking 10 round mag in California.
We're fucked. We're fucked,
They
bro.
They did. And they did it strategically so that we can't take up arms properly against a foreign threat. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's un-American. And I believe that we're living in a place where it's completely pathetic. Gun owners do not cause crimes. They're law-abiding citizens. There's no crimes. If a dude gets drunk and then his wife pushes his buttons or vice versa, and he decides to take a gun and then lose his mind and go shoot somebody, that's a fucking rarity. There was a new breaking news. I'll probably cover it later. There was a shooting in St. Louis today. I didn't look at the specifics. If you guys don't understand that they're hitting us with the kitchen sink, you need to wake up. They're going to bring the shootings. They're going to bring the false flags. I'm not saying that it's a false flag in St. Louis right now. But guys, they are trying to fucking remove obviously they're working for China. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I don't.
That's what my gut's telling me.
It's China.
Because it's almost like they're trying to dumb us down, get us to fight each other, and then they're gonna come sneak in here when we're at our weakest point, man.
When we're sleeping, bro. It's like this: the Trojan horse from
Romans.
from back in the day.
Was it like Romans? Yeah.
And and they rolled in when everybody was sleeping, and they popped out. They're here, and they're ready. But it wasn't ISIS. ISIS was never a threat. They said that we were surrounded by terror cells. That was a lie. ISIS was a boogeyman, just like COVID-19. And they won't admit it. The real boogeyman is China. And I'm not saying it's China who's pulling the strings. I'm saying that they are. It's not Russia. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't feel like it, and it's almost blatant now. It's almost blatant.
And no one truly knows. I just feel it in my heart.
Same.
No one truly knows, who's. And I'm not saying China because of Alex Jones. Let me get that straight. He calls them Chi-coms. He's like China this, China that. I'm saying that I did the math. I did the math. In the math, you can't deny it. I feel I pray for people. Like I said, I don't care if I die. I really don't. I have said and done things, and I am at peace. The good Lord's going to keep me here as long as the job needs to be complete. I am just flesh and blood. But my consciousness will live forever, and yours will too. You don't die. The most important thing about this stream today is to lay the foundation in front of these beautiful people that have been fantastically vibing, solid. You know, my message today is when you die, you live. Like I can't bet my soul because I don't want anything to be tainted. But I bet my life on it.
This life is a strong, and I remember even taking it back to one of my first streams, man, saying that what we do in this life definitely has an impact on what happens after this life. Whether it was you, and that's my belief, but I know that it to be a fact in my heart.
And don't ever let anybody take that away from you. Like, don't let my ideas or ideals taint that, because that's yours. That's your code. That's your. Let yourself come to a conclusion if it differs throughout life, but never take my story, because my story is mine. Born alone, die alone. Okay, so you were born alone. Those are your stars and stripes on your uniform. Don't let anybody come up and rip those stars and stripes off of you. You earned those stripes. Don't let anybody take them away from you.
Mike, I learned so much today, man. I can't thank you enough, bro. It's fucking inspirational to say the least, brother.
Hey, do you want to know what? I was nervous about the interview because I didn't even know what we were going to talk about. I thought it was pretty good. I do want to say, I didn't think that I was going to, pretty much talk. I gave it up I brewed a cup of coffee like I usually do, and I'm prayed up. And don't let anybody take that from you. That's for you. You know what I'm saying? That's for you. That's for the people. These people that are in this chat right now, these are some die-hard, hardcore motherfuckers.
Lovely people.
They're hardcore. And I love them to death.
Each and every one.
That I do.
Each and every one. I can wholeheartedly say the same, man. They're
fucking awesome.
It's the reason we're here, bro.
Yeah.
And as well, to all the people in the chat, to people that are maybe close to you or you're trying to inspire, send them over, and maybe us can help change some minds, It's not what we're intended to do, but the words we speak can move mountains, man. And if I know my mind and my heart is in the right place, then there should be no problem. And that's what kills me the most right now, because our minds and our hearts are in the right place, and we're being told we're bad and getting censored. It's so fucking ass backwards, bro.
You know what it is, ChaMoney? ChaMaze.
It's amazing. Hey, you heard it here. DefMike, ChaMoney Part 2 coming soon, yeah?
Yeah, I loved it. I really did. I loved it.
I loved it, brother. I thank you so much, bro. I can't thank you enough, man. You on tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna run David Icke Rose.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Part 4, I believe, right?
yeah, it's part 4. The reason is because David Icke. I love him. There's if you guys want to ever hit up my Discord or whatever, I don't do self promoting, but I mean, like I should. Um, I want to run Renegade with David Icke privately with you guys.
Oh, that's right. You were
Uh,
trying to do private showings and stuff. That's what you wanted to do.
yeah, I have been. I've been running David Knight and Alex Jones when I'm doing the stock market in the morning. Monday morning, I'm going to be doing the stock market with End Times. So me and him are going to do some live trading.
Really?
Um,
On your channel?
yeah. Well, no.
Just
I don't.
together?
Yeah, yeah, because he wants to. He wants to get a little vibe to see like what's going on with a certain particular stock I've been squawking about, and I
Oh,
believe,
yeah, I kind of heard you talking about it. The new
yeah,
Nicola, right?
Nicola, yeah,
Nicola, right?
hmm yep, and I believe because Nicola's a IPO, which is called initial public offering. That means that they were introduced to the stock market last week, not this past week, but the last week. What that means is the stock is brand new. It's a company that hasn't started production of the model, but June 29th they're going to be selling their Badger pickup truck, which has 970 horsepower, hydrogen electric based. It's going to be a fucking game changer.
So it might skyrocket then, huh?
It's soon to be a $100 billion industry.
What's the? All right, your boy's gonna. I have a few stocks on Cash App, but your boy's gonna have to go invest in Nicola tomorrow.
It's it's now the stock market is extremely volatile.
It is right now, especially right now.
But here's the thing is that when the stock market is volatile, that's how you make money. You
Mhm.
don't make money when the stocks are trading sideways.
Mm-mm.
You make money when it's going up and when it's going down. And I can actually show people how to do that. But I'm not a financial advisor and I can't be bound by, you know, uh, losses because I can't. But I can show people how. And I'm not trying to get people into the stock market and have them lose all their money. But I am going to show in real time how I'm going to fund the land wherever the state may be.
Let's
And I
go,
will do
man.
it.
Let's
I will
go.
do it with people.
Let's go. Def Mike gonna be breaking down some of the stocks tomorrow, and then you said that tomorrow, right? Tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm going to be doing that privately with the homeboy End Times, but
And then
but
tonight we got the David Icke Rose 4 tonight
yes, yeah, yeah.
around usually
Tonight,
9 o'clock, right? 9 p.m.
uh,
Pacific.
I changed it. I changed it to 6 because I've been wanting to change. I'm always changing my schedule. The reason is because I used to wake up at like 6 o'clock at night, start streaming at 9, then do all night, then do my stock market because I've been doing that's how I make money. The stock market stuff at 6:30, and then stay up until noontime, then go to bed. So I get 6 hours.
Jeez.
My schedule was fucked.
Yeah, you're trying to get back to some sort of normal schedule, right?
I I actually like the old schedule better, to be honest with you, because it was like I had more energy.
Yeah.
But guys, I need sunlight. I really do. I need my body is telling me to request sunlight.
Yeah,
So
no, you can go downhill quick. I was doing overnight stuff, and it's not the best for your body. You're supposed to be sleeping overnight. You really are. Um, Inspirational to say the least, brother. We're gonna do part two.
you name it, time and time and date, and I'll be there.
Hell yeah, man. This was so fun, dude. I learned a lot from you, man. I got to know a lot about you. And again, I hope we're homies for life, Mike.
We are. We're bound by uh, blood that is inseparable. The only way to cut that binding is to annihilate your faith and give it up to these hate groups that just want your fear. That's the only way that you're going to die. And I would rather see all the people that I love, because what was what was great about today is that people can actually see that I care. I know that they know that I care, but they can actually see. You can't fake caring. You can't, and that's the beauty of seeing through the lies and bullshit. It's like you can't fake this. You could try, but I always told my chat, you're never going to catch me slipping. You might catch me in a white lie, but everybody white lies. Saying like, "Oh, I didn't come on streaming because I had a pre-existing plan." Well, it was probably because I was too tired and I don't want to show any signs of weaknesses. That's a white lie. Um, I don't like to tell white lies often,
You
but
don't sugarcoat shit, that's for sure.
I try not to. It's like when it comes to, if people catch me slipping about a lot of stuff, I might not always be right, and wholeheartedly. I might get a time or a date or a name off or something like that, or some fucking dumb statistic that doesn't mean shit, anyways. At least I'm wholeheartedly bringing it to the table for a topic of conversation. But it's like, if they start catching you slipping, your reputation is tainted and they're going to move on. When I start feeling as though these people in the mainstream are lying, which they are, they lost credibility, dude. And I don't think with whatever is left in this world is worth wasting your time. That's why I give it up to the chat. They are not wasting their time on mainstream, and they're trying to figure out where they sit, because they're here for a reason. Whether it's temporary or forever. It doesn't matter to me if they use me as a stepping stone or whatever. It doesn't, as long as they take something and run with it. Because I used to basically try to, uh, I don't clout chase. You know what I'm saying? I don't go for the top. I've got friends in high places. I don't
Hmm.
call upon them. I leave them alone. If they want to chill out and come to my chat, great. If not, that's fine. I'm not, no harm, no foul. There's a dude I've been trying to get on, and I'll try to get him on, um, that I used to hang with back in 2016. People are going to be like, how does Mike know these people? And I'll be like, well, I had different plans, but it wasn't my time. I know a lot of people, but like the thing is that I don't beg them either. There's a girl that I want to have on my channel, but I'm not begging her. Because what sucks is I used to hold conversations with her every other day on different things, but her YouTube channel went to her head.
Mm.
And it's a shame. It's a shame. I knew her before she even blew up. I don't watch her anymore. It's kind of a shame. Her her
It's
her
so,
ego,
you see it. You see him sell out.
her ego. I was like, check into this, check into that. Oh, you might not find it here, but look into this. She took it and ran with it. Not my ideas. I was just giving her, a different perspective of what she was looking into. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is, be true to yourself, you know, and don't fuck over the people that don't burn relationships because
Well, and that's some great
of whatever
advice.
reason.
That's some great advice, especially for me, bro. I'm new. I'm new to this crap, so I'm not trying to burn any relationship, and
treat
it's
everybody treat everybody pretty much innocent until proven guilty. But if you need to shut a door for whatever reason, if I shut doors on somebody, don't hold me, don't shut the door on me because I shut the door on somebody. The reason why I shut the door on somebody is because I can't. It says no, I shut the door and I don't open it. And I have a rhyme and reason for why I do it. I can't conform. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. You can't control me. I can't. Like, so if I can't say that to somebody publicly, I need to shut the door before I do, because I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm very vague on this. But if I shut the door on somebody, there's a reason for it. It's because if I take it publicly, I will annihilate
mm.
them. Oh, fuck. It's like, try to, my point is, be as pure as possible and don't fuck people over. Just don't do it. Like, don't
Karma's real, man.
take,
Karma's
yeah,
real.
yeah, just leave people be. That's all. If you don't like somebody, just leave them be.
In the famous words of
attack
JLP, they can suffer and die.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm just kidding. I know.
No, I'm kidding. I actually would go that far. Or would I? Yeah, much love, ChaMoney, in the
Dude,
chat.
much love, chat. Much love, DefMike. We're gonna do this again, man. We went this 4 hours, bro. It flew by like
Oh, dude,
crazy.
It's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun, brother.
Yeah.
Dude, again, I can't thank you enough, man. I learned so much today about you and just about life, man, and it's important. It's really important.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine, man.
All right, bro.
And much love to everybody.
You got everybody. Check out DefMike here in a little bit. He'll be on a couple hour, like couple hours here.
Yeah, I'm actually exhausted from this, so
I
it's
know.
like I'll try to get some coffee in me, and
Right.
I really want to do the David Icke, because David Icke is he's not an idol. He's somebody that I get gems from. That's all.
One thing
He's
that
a free thinker. Free thinker.
the coolest thing about David Icke that he's getting popular right now is he's been saying the same things forever. So you know he's not full of shit.
Consistency.
You know? He's been saying the same things forever. So that I somewhat, I mean, I don't believe everything he says, but what he is doing is making us question the main narrative, which is what we all need to be doing right now.
Thank you. Yeah.
So again, DefMike, I hope you get some energy. Hopefully I didn't keep you too long, big dog.
Nah, dude.
And
100%.
let's do the meetup soon, and let's do this again soon, man.
I want to see a cookout with you, Reefer Reaper, 420 Harley,
Okay.
Bear for All Seasons, Joni Maverick.
Joni.
Yep. And whoever else is.
Whoever's in the vicinity, the SoCal vicinity.
And if they can't make the first one, there's going to be more.
Let's do it, man. You name the date and time. I'm there, big bro.
I would say August. We could start at Jenny's birthday.
Let's do it, man.
Give people enough time to
Get the time off or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough, bro.
Yeah, much love, man.
You too, man. Good luck tonight, and I'll be lurking.